Hello, people of the internet. Today I'm going to talk about my unpopular opinions on Korean dramas. I know that you've probably seen at least 100 unpopular opinion videos by now, but I still want to share my opinions on the Korean drama side of the things. So I hope that you'll enjoy this video. I'll preface this by saying that those are my opinions and my opinions only, and I don't mean to disrespect anyone or diminish their work. And if you hold a different opinion than mine, please use the comment section as your essay board and tell me all about your thoughts. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. First, I don't find Goblin's romance storyline romantic in any way, shape, or form. Even though I thoroughly enjoyed the historical bits of the drama, the bromance aspect, the intervention of deities, and the use of some aspects of Korean mythology, I could not support the Jiun Tak and Kim Tin romance line. And God knows how much I tried to put my morals aside. But I'm sorry, the relationship is very problematic. She still is a high schooler, and Kim Shin is not only centuries old mentally, but he's at least in his 30s physically. And I mean, she literally calls him Ajashi in the beginning. Not Kim Shina, not Oppa, but yes, you heard me well, Ajashi, as in middle aged man. Romantic who? Romantic where? Romantic why? His adult self literally helped the unborn her, and it is absolutely not cute at all. And Sientak and I are born in the exact same year, actually, and just the possibility of me dating a Najashi is gross and makes me want to throw up. And it's not just about the obvious age gap, because if she was like 30 or 35 and decided to date a man who was 20 years old, it could be acceptable since she would have been able to experience things previously and she would have had the time to become one, her own person, and two, form and develop a personality independently from her love interest. But like, she's not out of high school yet, and she should not be professing her love to him, but like to, I don't know, Mick Bottles. And yeah, honestly, that's why I was still kind of happy when they got separated for 10 years. Because for me, it was a way to make them like their own mature people before putting them back together. And it's made a lot more sense that she was, 29 when they reunited. And I thought that, hey, it's fine. They ended up rectifying the story and stuff. So now it's all good. But no, wait for it. Spoiler alert. She dies and it starts another cycle. And now she's back as a high school student, and we don't know how their relationship will evolve, and we just don't know if they're going to date. And honestly, nah, fam, not happening. Two, I am sick and tired of legal dramas. I can't take it anymore. I am bored, and how many times can you rehash something before it grows old? And I guess that's 2 years for me. Like, this whole legal craze started around 2017 with the most memorable dramas being Suspicious Partner and While You Were Sleeping. Then it started to grow into the monstrosity it is today. And in 2018, there was not a literal single week without a drama about lawyers, prosecutors, and judges. Like, how many dramas in that field do we even need? I just hate it. I hate it. It seems like, you know, producers found something that was very lucrative and decided to settle there and not explore the vast land that is K drama. I just want them to move on to something else or explore more parts of the world, whatever. Like, I hate it. And that's coming from someone who loves law. And three, the hairs and boys over flowers were very problematic. My 12-year-old self might have loved them and enjoyed watching them without realizing how problematic they actually were. But like, not my current 21 years old self. Now, I recognize their role in Hallyu and how many fans they attracted and how formative they were for people who were just starting to dip their feet in this world that is Korean drama land. But that's exactly the problem. It was really formative and people romanticized and fantasized over bullying and abuse. And I will be honest and say that alongside popular culture, YA books, and etc., those things made me find that kind of behavior very cute. And I mistook for a long time bullying and playful banter. And that's a serious problem. So I think that we should appreciate those dramas for what they were and for getting us into K drama in the past. Let's not recommend them anymore now, and especially now that we're aware of how problematic they were, especially now that we are aware of how problematic they were. And rewatching them a couple years after was absolutely not cute. I cringed the whole time and couldn't believe how bad it was. And paying people to assault someone or forcing yourself onto someone is neither cute nor romantic. For I don't understand all the hate around Park Min Young and the roles she decided to take on. From what I understood, people have two major complaints with her. The first one being not getting out of her comfort zone and always playing the same kind of characters, and the second one was the fact that she always played the damsel in distress and she was just being so annoying. And I think that both these complaints are not legitimate. First, how can you say that she does not get out of her comfort zone when we're living in a world where City Hunter and Queen for 7 Days and Healer exist? Second, the fact that people see her as a damsel in distress only shows how they have a simple view of what makes a strong female character. Some of the roles she played, such as in her private life and What Is Wrong with Secretary Kim, were still strong women, even though they did not fight or were not always at the forefront of the battle. They were still strong because they were knowledgeable, kind, and had foresight. My fifth point is kind of related to the previous point. I liked Kang So-bong in Are You Human Too? And people are just hypocrites. They say they want very vocal and proactive women, and when they are presented with one, they say that they're too whiny, immature, impulsive, and should act more proper and reserved. People dislike Kang So-bong, saying that every time she made a decision, she made matters worse. I am sorry, but no. People say that she should have been more forgiving and that she should not think so much about money. But I beg to disagree. One, that's how her story arc goes, and considering what she went through and her life experiences, it's only natural that she was at first very money driven. Two, each time she made the decision, she made those decisions with the very little information she had. And you only hate her because you know the whole story, but if you were in her shoes, you would have made the same choices. Six, I hated the king in The Last Empress. And when I say I hate it, I mean I hate it with a passion. I can understand people who feel for his childhood, but not those who unironically like him. Even though he's like a murderer and an abusive human being, he is trash, and no amount of tragic backstory is going to make him redeemable or likable. And it doesn't change the fact that he did bad things, and honestly, being funny doesn't lessen his crimes or the fact that he actually hurt people. Seven, just like the previous point, I don't like the second female lead in The Great Seducer. I never understood why people liked her, and it doesn't matter if the actress had chemistry with the male lead. She is not edgy and she messed up big time and it's not cute. 8. Now we are getting in the part where I tell you all about the actors that I hate and that you probably love. I honestly don't know why I can't stand those actors. Well, for the first one, I know why. I really don't like Suho. I'm sorry about his fans, and I don't care about how many fans he has actually, but it doesn't change the fact that he cannot act. And watching him was not an enjoyable experience. I'm sorry, but he had like one expression for every single emotion in Rich Man. 9. I don't like Hyojin-gu. I wish I knew why, and I wish I had a valid point, but I don't know why. and it's such a shame because I ended up hating every drama he was in because of it. Then I don't like Lee Jong Suk. And I know it's sad because, on the contrary, I liked every single drama he was in, but he was like the least enjoyable part of the drama. And I feel so bad for saying that, but he's like not good, and I just cannot stand him. I don't know why. So, yeah, these are my 10 unpopular opinions on K drama. And with that being said, like the video if you enjoyed watching it, and if you want to see more drama and K-Wave related content. I hope you had a great time and that you'll have a good week ahead. Bye!